Hello, welcome everybody. We're going to go ahead and get into a nice fun match. This is taking off the Korean ladder. We're going to have LiquidJinro. He is the red Terran at the top left going up against a mass of Korean characters that I've been told that is ZeNEXYong. So this should be a very cool game. These guys are both incredibly strong players. ZeNEXYong right now I believe is rank 4 Grandmaster in North America. Now, I don't remember. I think he's Grandmaster in Korea too. I don't know exact rank, but I do know he's incredibly strong. So it should be very fun. LiquidJinro is one of the heroes of the foreigners with a rich history in StarCraft 2, playing in the GSL, getting to the round of 4, beating Idra, doing some very cool things. Still remember his game versus Idra where Idra actually 6-pooled. That was a lot of fun. I think that took place on Jungle Basin. I want to say that there's actually another 6-pool game, but this isn't exactly a game where you have to worry about 6 pools. Just a game where we're going to admire the stacking of Jinro's SCVs onto the close mineral patches, and over here we see that Yong has actually done the same thing, at least just on these two, not this one. But as of right now, just take a look at the fact that we have a 12 gate going down for Yong. Interesting, that he's not going for the 13 gate. Most Protosses actually do. I guess he just wants to get that warp gate tech out, or do a little bit of pressure or something, or he's just like, I want to throw down the gateway at 12. Maybe just likes the timings of it. I mean, I'm not going to question him horribly. He's kind of incredibly good. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at Jinro throwing down his barracks without gas. As right now I'm basically just trying to make sure that I don't do things I'm supposed to be doing. Instead, I'm going to cast StarCraft, because StarCraft is fun and it is awesome, and a lot better than things that are obligations. So we're going to go ahead and watch as the pro's going to run around, and Jinro will immediately follow it with an SCV. He doesn't want it doing any kind of harassment. This is a good way to be safe. You do lose a little bit of mining time, but it's arguably worth it. And Jinro's actually doing a good job of willing down the shields on this pro. Looks like it will actually just decide to escape. Jinro seems to be going for a gasless fast expand. Still no gases. We do have an SCV hanging around here at the natural, and I'm going to be expecting the command to be throwing down in a second. As we look inside the land of Yong, we've got only a single gas, and the Cybernoise core is there. It seems like he might be going for a 1-gate fast expand. Very standard openings coming from both players, as we do see that this command center has been thrown down. Jinro getting the fastest possible non-CC first build that Terran can possibly have, and we are going to watch as this Chrono Boosted Stalkers can come out, Warp Gate Tech as well, and Yong is a little bit high in the Chrono Boost. I wonder if it's going to continue just getting out Stalkers, maybe trying to pressure the 1-gate expand a little bit, but Jinro just throws down a bunker. He'll be perfectly fine, and no amount of Stalkers will actually do anything, and oh, actually, yeah, there's a bunker going to be going down. So now SCV's going to run around, go into a good scouting position, and this will probably be the Nexus as it's going to come up from Yong. He's got 400 now, and the Nexus does get thrown down. So now this is going to lead to a question of what is going to be the follow-ups of both of these players. We can see Jinro's expansion is significantly faster than the fast expand of Yong. 2 barracks to be thrown down. I'm going to expect 2 gates to be thrown down from Yong as well. 2 gates, and then maybe the gas, or other way around, gas, and then I'm going to guess 2 gates next. I'm just curious about the choice of tech path from Yong. Odds are it will be a robo. You generally want to go for that. Oh, generally adding on a 4th barracks. He's definitely going to be looking to pump out the Marines, it seems. No refineries are at all or down yet, so he's just going to go ahead and rely on Marines to defend earlier on. He's got 1 bunker completely filled. He's got to be careful of timing attacks coming from Yong. A 5-gate timing attack could be strong against Jinro's fast expansion. We'll see if Yong will go for that route. He has thrown down the double gateway. There's 1 pylon in the front with a single sentry going to try and defend against this SCV, going to be charging into the natural expansion. I'm pretty sure it's going to be fine. But we're going to see him moving in. Jinro's probably going to try and get up the ramp. He's circling around the Nexus, trying to juke around the sentry. And it seems like he will be going straight forward. And, oh, force field. No scout for you, Jinro. Yong has taken out the scout. Not really much that it would actually see, except for, actually, it would see right up the ramp and it sees the robo, which is nice. You do not want the Terran opponent to know exactly when that robo timing is going to be. Warp gate finishes, 3 gates, all into warp gates. Good timing over there from Yong, as let's see, the Jinro is throwing down his double gas at the exact same time, with probably going to be pumping out a few add-ons to the barracks once he can. be expecting 2 tech labs and probably like a stim and combat shield, maybe going for the factories. It's a matter of the order. Odds are those will be the choices. I've seen Jinro TVP with a fair count of Marauders, so I'm going to be expecting that. Right now he's going to go ahead and eat a few shots, actually possibly lose this Marine. Will Yong pick? No, Yong will not pick it off. Jinro trying to bait it up the ramp, but he and saves it by getting into this bunker. Good job by him, trying to pick off a small thing from Yong. Could be a very nice victory, and Yong's actually gone for a lot of sentries for this beginning. We do have the Observer going to be coming out of that robo, going to get a nice bit of sky information. Already he knows about the front, though. He's aware of the build. He knows the defensive position of Jinro. The fact that no SCV Marine all-in came is a clear indicator that it was a gasless fast expand. As running around, the supply depot was here, and if it hidden over here, what's this? It's a Ghost Academy. Jinro going for fast ghost. Where is that tech lab? There is a tech lab getting the concussive shells. Marauders going down afterwards, and just straight Marines being produced still. No add-ons at all. Just a single Marine for some naked racks. Okay, so running around over here is just some SUVs. They're mining. Nothing crazy going down. Double Forge, though, does go down inside the base of Yong. I like that a lot. Upgrades are incredibly powerful, and I'm just going to be waiting for the Twilight Council, possibly going for a charge. You're really going to need that Twilight Council if you're going to go for the double upgrades. Now, for Jinro, actually, wait, yeah, there's the Twilight Council. Okay, cool. So Twilight Council did get thrown down, and it seems that he's actually be expecting some drops coming out of Jinro. Not quite yet, as the factory is here. The factory means that there's no starport yet. Now we're going to have a nice attack coming in. A lot of Marines. A Ghost is there. It will probably have an EMP by the time these guys reach the natural of Yong, but I doubt he's going to have the upgrades, and this Stalker is actually going to manage to stay alive. Going to eat a few shots from Marines, see the entire force of Jinro. The upgrades will not be out in time. We do have, I think they just, does something get cancelled? Yong may have cancelled that to get out some more units. No upgrades going down from the Twilight Council. Preemptive force fields does not want to take any major damage immediately from an attack. He knows he's vulnerable. He's going to be hit by an EMP. There's going to be the scan. It's going to give vision, and there's an EMP on top of those sentries. That is bad. A couple of them still have enough for some force fields, but Jinro, you can see, is dancing around over here at this, trying to get up the ramps and everything. He could get hit by more force fields, but he's going to go ahead and give vision up top the ramp with a few Marines. Look at taking out quickly, though. Yep, there they go, taking down, and it seems that Jinro's going to continue being aggressive, but now there's a lot more force fields available from those few extra sentries that were warped in. Zealots are enclosing the gap. Jinro's not able to kite because of the force fields, and he gets ripped apart. Marines, very high DPS, but without many upgrades, without the stim, combat shield, or any of that, they are vulnerable, and Yong takes distinct advantage of that little mistake. Let's look around here, is adding on more gateways. We can see now the charge is going to go ahead and get chrono boosted out. Idle Robo still there. Jinro seems to be actually switching over to a predominantly Marauder army, 3 racks, all with tech labs on it, as you have a few more racks even be added on still, and a third it just now completes, though it is not an actual base yet. Yong may want to go ahead and get up an expansion of his own fairly soon. You can see he just ended supply block, and he's got some zealots running around inside his main base, once again looking for drops that could actually now come with these. Oh, actually, goodbye to that observer. But now we have these medevacs going to go ahead and just continue being produced out from those refineries from the starport, and tech labs adding reactor. There we go. There's another reactor going down. Double medevac. We could see a drop from Jinro. I would not be surprised. He is good with drops. I've seen him do it on multiple occasions. No matter if that's going to be what his choice is going to be now. But now this Marine is going to go ahead and die. It will lose to a huge army just to get that expansion. Still, Jinro's third orbital command is done. He actually hasn't brought it out of his base. I think he's feeling that there could be a threat of attack coming from Yong, who does have a nice army in terms of composition too. You can see over here he's working on the 2-2 upgrades. He's the +1/+1 being done already. Those Zealots are going to be very, very dangerous, as Jinro right now is sitting at 0-0. I don't even see any engineering base onto the field at the moment. This is not good. More bunkers are being thrown down, but Jinro, if he doesn't get upgrades, he will be so super vulnerable to the charge lots. And and we got Archons in the mix now. Were they with DTs? Or yeah, there it is. When the Templar Archives getting Storm, adding on more gates. 2-2 is getting closer and closer to being done. There could be a nice timing attack from Yong if he decides to hit with that 2-2, especially when Jinro is here at 0-0. That is pretty much an ideal situation. This is literally the exact build that Yong wants to see coming out of Jinro. Bio without upgrades. This is so vulnerable to a style of play, and it seems that just this factory is dancing around as this observers in a nice patrol pattern looking for drops that have not come, and Jinro has decided to take this far expo. Maybe not. Where's he going? Is he going to hide this somewhere? Yes, he is. He's going to take a hidden expo with the smiley face base. So he really does not want to get scouted. I don't think that Young's actually aware of that. I think he knew that he knew the Orcam was being built. So he knows a third should be going down somewhere. But as for exactly where, Jinro is going to be hiding it in a very interesting spot. Even taking special care to stay outside of the vision of that watchtower. Nice job. I really, really appreciate that decision. So once else going to move forward, act as a scout. We can see the 2-2 upgrades did just finish. And if you look over here, 3-3 are starting. This is leading to being a very vulnerable spot for Jinro. He's probably just going to endlessly mule down here at this base, and then work on getting SCVs and getting refineries and just work it up slowly, not having it be the main source of income in terms of actually being able to transfer SCVs. He could use a medevac to do that. Looking over here is just a few bio units going to run around, maybe try and find proxy pylons, possibly just find this Zealot. I think the Zealot actually missed the orbital command filing over, but once again, Yong just being super wary of drops, and this is a great play because he has these watchtowers. He knows the only way that Jinro can be aggressive is with some kind of drop play. He has this observer scouting for drops coming from the top, and he's got these Zealots here in case of a drop over here that is literally about to happen. Jinro's going to be probably stimming and running in to try and attack that third because he knows that that exists, but he's going to be running into a lot of Zealots, and that's actually going to force him back before he can even do any damage, and he probably won't even scout this base being taken right now by Yong. This is a beautiful just positioning and awareness play by Yong in this game. I like it a lot, as this Marine's going to go ahead and stim, run over, and then die, get an Archon shot to the face. The Archon actually didn't get the kill. It's unfortunate, but Jinro's going to stim. Actually, stim is going to scan. See this? If he clicks on those upgrades, he's going to be rather upset. You can see right now he's actually been working on upgrades at 1-1, getting his 2-2, but he's going to be down 3-3 to 1-1. You do not want to be down 2 full sets of upgrades, but there you see the massive amounts of mules that were just used in order to actually get the full income from that spot. Jinro's going to be able to drop again. He still doesn't know about this base. He might be going into the third with these guys trying to hit that base, but you could just move in, try and snipe this Nexus, at the very least delay it. As we can see, a few cannons are going to be built over there, but they're not going to be able to finish in time if Jinro decides to actually utilize this drop. Alright, so now once again, Jinro's going to go ahead and do his little muling dance. You can see he's scanned over here, and he's seen Temple Archives Double Forge, but look what he missed. He missed the robotics transition to the Colossi. That could be rough. You can see he doesn't have any, actually, first off, dead observer over there, but he hasn't seen any Colossi tech, so he doesn't have a single Viking on the field. And now, we're going to start seeing this attack coming in. This Colossus in 3-3. No extended moments quite yet. It's about to complete, though, and Yong has even gone ahead and started getting the shield upgrades because he's already got the 3-3. He should hit now. Jinro's about to get 2-2. The upgrade advantage will not get better, but he's got to realize that, unfortunately, though, he's going to have to deal with that drop that I think he actually successfully dealt with because I don't see anything over there. But I've got magical editing skills that will make me show it to you if it actually did happen, which means that I could be saying this and you already know what happened, which makes me look like a fool, but I'm okay with it because it's for StarCraft. So, okay, so now Yong's going to go ahead, he's maxed out, he's ready to attack PF, seems to be morphing in the middle of this spot. Good sensor tower placement. You can see Jinro's fully aware of this massive army moving in, and Yong's going to go ahead and push forward with a single Zealot. Going to do a little bit of damage, but now there is the Guardian Shield. Going to move forward. Big engagement's going to be happening. It's going to move in massive EMPs over everything. Archons have no more health left. We're going to see moving in charge lots attacking everything, but Jinro's only down one set of upgrades and continue pushing forward. The storms, there's storms available from those Templar. Jinro's doing a good job of staying away, and massive storm on the Zealots, but Jinro's going to continue dancing around. You can see storm storms being added. This planetary fortress is about to complete. That's going to add a huge amount of DPS, but Jinro is trying to defend as much as he possibly can. He's continuing to hit these guys, but these PF finishes, that will fall, and now we're going to see the Vikings starting to be produced because of the revealed Colossi. Nice touch by Yong, waiting around for those Colossi to help him. Doing a beautiful job engaging, and oh, we could have nukes coming out of Jinro. Nukes coming from Jinro. He just needs those ghosts, needs to be in a good spot to be able to utilize them, but I don't see any ghosts around, and unless that's one. There we go. There's those. No nukes are actually been made quite yet, but now we're going to watch as a few gateways are going to die for free. This guy will fall to his death. Unfortunate, but on the bright side, we're going to see Jinro taking out those guys. Looks like he's actually meant to take that base, but there's no command center there. That's not going to go very well. He's actually going to be forced to dance around. He's going to take this base now with his CC. Good move over there. He actually hasn't been making any SCVs, purely muling off of these mineral patches right now, but he's going to push in, do some attacking, and we're going to watch as these guys are going to go ahead and move forward. I don't know if those Stalkers have blink. If they do, they can just go forward and continue dealing with those guys, but as you can see, the medevac count is going away. They are falling prey, and Jinro calls GG as the planetary fortress cancels at the end. So great play by Yong, doing some massive upgrade style, going for the Colossus and the Templar. With the Templar first, it's a great move, and I like how he actually waited to push out until he had 2 Colossi to add into that, just to make sure he wasn't super vulnerable to the EMPs. Because this style is so focused on Templar upgrades, Archons, that's very EMPable, in which case you need some kind of splash to deal with the mass bio that Jinro had. And even though Jinro started his upgrades late, he still had 2-2 when Yong had 3-3 and did that attack. So Jinro didn't exactly have the hugest upgrade disadvantage. It was really well played by him to get those timings out, and he did a very, very good job of it. So big props to him. Yong made a very nice play in this game. Jinro was actually working on basically trying to get up his 5th or 6th bases at the end of it, while Yong was at 4. So he was a little bit behind in terms of base count, but he shut down bases incredibly well. Jinro was forced to move his 3rd to the bottom middle of the map in a hidden expansion that made it very, very hard for Yong to actually be able to be aggressive against that, but it also decreased Jinro's income. If he had more income, was a little more aggressive, did double drops instead of trying to drop that 3rd and then sitting a little bit idly, then it could have really gone into Jinro's favor. But it was great, well played by both players, and it was a very cool game. So I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I did. It was a great to cast it, and thank you guys very much. I'll be getting more videos out very soon. So thank you.